Hey, good morning, everyone. My name is Tom Stark, and I'm here today to talk to you a little bit about Asante Organics and why I chose Asante Organics as my home-based business. You know, it was almost 5 years ago now that I had major surgery, and in that surgery, I had a tumor, a small tumor. In fact, it was an itty-bitty tumor removed. And at the time of the surgery, I was told that, it would be a fairly invasive procedure, but it was supposed to be laparoscopic, and it was supposed to be fairly simple. It didn't turn out that way. The cancer that was in my in the tumor in my colon had already gotten outside of the tumor, and so the surgery itself was way more invasive than anything I had anticipated, and it led me to a lot of major changes in my life. A lot of changes with job, career, relationships, just all kinds of different things. And so it was a difficult transition, but it was one that was a real eye-opener. You see, when I started looking at things, and I started trying to understand where did this event happen, I'm 64 years old, and I can tell you that I've never been on medication, cholesterol medication, heart medication, blood pressure, nothing. And even as a result of the surgery, I wasn't on chemo or radiation, any of that stuff either, although there's a reason for that. But where did this come from? There's no history of it in my family, none of it. So I started looking at health, wellness, what can I do, you can do to make your life better, to function better, to feel more comfortable, to feel like you're functioning at an optimal level. One of the things that I discovered was a company called Asante Organics. And the thing with Asante is this, is that I've come to understand and believe that everything that we put on our body or in our body absorbs into us, and we are what we absorb. And it doesn't matter if it's just food, but it's also products like shampoo, toothpaste, deodorant, underarm deodorant, that sort of stuff. So everything that we put on our body or in our body absorbs. And it's amazing when you start looking at it and you begin to understand that the connection between all the chemicals, all the toxins that are in products that we use every day in our food supply, what the long-term impact is on our health. There was a statistic I ran across, and I think it goes something like this. From 1984 until now, there's been over 22,000 new chemicals added to products that we use every day, to our foods, and yet out of those 22,000 plus chemicals, less than 250 of them have been tested for a long-term impact on our human health. Less than 250. Isn't that amazing? And of that 250, only 5 have actually been banned. 5. So you look at 22,000 chemicals that are in our products, that are in the things that we use every day, and we're human guinea pigs. I mean, what other conclusion can you draw? We are human guinea pigs. So it's all this stuff that we're ingesting, it's depositing into our organs, and eventually it affects our inflammation, it affects our autoimmune system, it affects our cholesterol levels, or just the way our body functions overall. There's a chronic diseases, autoimmune deficiency kind of diseases are really rampant these days, and they weren't the case 40, 50 years ago, but they are today. Do you think there's a connection? I also saw a graph recently that talked about the connection between breast cancer and the rise of in the chemicals and the products we use. And you look at the graph since 1984, and it's amazing what the correlation is. The same with autism. Autism is unbelievable how that's exploded. Why? And so for me, it came to a question of understanding what our health is, what our true wealth is, and that's our physical body, and that's our health, that's our attitude. And as we take all these chemicals, as we take all this stuff that was not really designed for our bodies, that's not tested for our bodies, that we have to really begin to take a long look at what we're doing and how we do it. So I found Asante Organics. I found an amazing product line, 135 products that are certified, USDA certified as chemical-free, toxin-free, but most of those products are also third-party verified. So we're not just relying as a company on the USDA. We're also looking for third-party verification. Many of the products are wildcrafted, And if you understand the definition, well, look it up. Look up Well Crafted, because you'll find that those products are about as good as you can find, replenishable. They've never been in an environment where toxic chemicals have been applied. It's, they're not perfect, but they are as good as you're going to find out there in the world today. So Asante is really about that, and I am really grateful for that. But the other thing is that it's just a wonderful opportunity to earn, to learn, to share, to be able to afford retirement in a whole new different way. And for me, that is huge. That's what I'm doing right now. That's what my wife and I are doing. You see, I was able to leave a long career as a healthcare professional. I now have a home-based business. Actually, I have 2 or 3 home-based businesses that provide streams of income to me. But Asante is the major one. The other businesses I have all relate to marketing and how I market Asante products. But it's a very different life. It's a very different lifestyle. I don't have to drive through heavy traffic anymore. I can work when I want to work. I do it in the way that I want to do it. And I'm really grateful for that opportunity. So thank you very much for watching. Thank you very much for connecting with this. And, I hope that you find this inspiring, that you begin to look for something for you that makes sense for you, for your family, your household, that maybe makes sense for your health, that makes sense for how you get a message out there. That's what is here for me, and I am really grateful for that. And I'd love to be able to share. So click on the link, and I'll see you on the other side. Thank you very much.